Hi guys, and welcome back to the commentary channel. I'm doing an update on Myka and James Stauffer. Past like 7, 8, 9, 10 days, not a lot has happened. What I can say is, after the initial reaction to their video and people calling them out and all of these creators making videos, I have to say that I was glad, one, that they genuinely, for the most part, lost all of their sponsorships. We had the Delaware Sheriff's County Office try to locate the boy. People made a GoFundMe. There was a lot going on, and from the looks of it, we thought, hey, while we still have this pressure on these people, they're gonna stay out of the limelight, they're gonna stay away. And then everything happened, obviously, with George Floyd, and then the protests that followed, and things sort of died down with Myka and James Stauffer. And then people started uncovering a bunch of stuff about Myka, which I will show you up on the screen. Her old Twitter account, her old pictures, a lot of things started popping up, right? So obviously things started dying down a little bit because obviously everybody was occupied with, I want to say, bigger fish to fry initially at the time. But then I myself went back to YouTube Creator Studio, and I got a notification that my video had a copyright claim. So if you haven't watched my second video, in that video I had a bunch of clips in it. Most of them were clips that I found on Twitter, and some of them I had screen recorded myself from her channel. So I had clips from her channel on my commentary. So I had like 3 or 4 videos, and then I had another one where she and her son were doing like a whole bunch of signs, and then he has to show her if he can do the signs or not. And then in that video he does this cute thing where he actually says mama instead of him signing it, which was so beautiful. So I had those clips included in my video, and YouTube told me that I had a copyright claim to those videos, so I removed one of the clips because YouTube said the video has a copyright claim, but they're still allowing it to be up on my channel. It's just that video itself is gonna have ads on it, and all of that money is gonna go to Myka Stauffer. So when that happened, I was pretty pissed. That's why I ended up removing one of the clips. I tried to remove the second clips, but my internet was very slow at the time, so I just left it as it was. Plus it was just gonna disrupt the whole timeline of my video because my video was gonna have gaps in it, so I just left it in. But for me, the biggest thing I want to highlight is the fact that Myka, it was not enough, it was not enough that she used this kid from the day she conjured up this thought in her head, right? She not only used him then, but she continued to use him. Like I told you in my previous video, there's a thumbnail of her talking about what she eats in a day. In that video thumbnail, she has his face on it. There's all of these videos that she made. Even when she was doing a fundraiser before they even went to get him, she was making people pay to put a puzzle together of his face. She was doing all of these things, and now that she's given him away, she said all of these people, and it's not everyone, because some people don't have copyright claims while some of us do, which I don't care about that. But for the fact that she had the nerve to have whoever is in charge to look at all of this content that we are using for our commentary, to go ahead and demand that she get the revenue from all of that, knowing that everybody is on the story and everybody is trying to figure out what's going on and listening to all types of commentary. So having her literally go behind this and try to get that extra little bit of coin, I feel like it makes her 10 times worse. Like, how greedy do you have to be to want all of it? Literally all of it. It was not enough that she used him and got strangers on the internet to fund her trip to China. It was not enough that she made all of these videos before she even knew what he looked like. It was not enough that she made a freaking playlist full of 30 plus videos on the adoption process. It was not enough that she had all of these sponsorships because of him. It was not enough that she was getting all of these views, these subscribers, all of these people because of him. It was not enough that she made all of that money and all of that freaking fame and notoriety and all of those things, that she had to even go behind and go to YouTube and say, copyright all of these things, I want all of that revenue to come to me. And there's been videos on Twitter of her, of the boy, of him crying, literally crying for food, and he's hungry and she's not willing to give him any food. If I'm able to put those clips in, I'll put them in.
And Jim and I were kind of joking for a second. You're okay. We're joking. Every time I try to do a day in life, it's usually Huxley's hard days. We are having meltdowns because we've already had breakfast and we just want to keep eating and it's not time to eat. So we're gonna sit down. Sit down. We have to wait. You can have a snack. You can look at Mama. See, somebody's ready to go back to bed. Huxley. Excuse me. What do you want? You do. Okay, we'll get a bite in a minute. You have to wait. You're gonna sit right here. Alright, Huxley is enjoying a good old timeout. He's actually doing really good this day. And Jim and I were kind of joking for a second. You're okay. We're joking. Every time I try to do a day in life, it's usually Huxley's hard days. We are having meltdowns because we've already had breakfast and we just want to keep...
There's video footage of her literally denying him a little bit of food. Like, genuinely, like, I'm asking, like, how hard is it to reach into your freaking pantry, fridge, or whatever and just make the boy a sandwich and let him eat? Instead, she forced him to freaking sit down and put him basically in timeout while she talks to him. And as much videos as I've seen, a lot of parents and people who have autistic children and who are autistic themselves, they've said that all Myka's footage of him having quote unquote meltdowns, of all of those things, all of them have said that those don't even look like meltdowns. Those genuinely just look like a child who is upset and who needs to be comforted and who needs to be listened to. So 2 days ago, Myka removed or privated the video of our family update. They privated that video. It's no longer available for us to view. But in that same breath after she did that, James Stauffer, he went and uploaded on TikTok and on his community page, and he said, hi guys, I know I haven't uploaded in a while, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna upload a video in 2 days or tomorrow or whenever for Stauffer Garage. And I want to clarify something. In my first video that I made when I was giving you guys a rundown of who the Stauffers were, and I said that Stauffer Garage has nothing to do with the story, I wholeheartedly take back my statement, because it has 1000% to do with everything. Because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of us have basically given commentary on Myka Stauffer and calling her out on this ridiculous behavior, but it's hard. It's like definitely necessary to put in there that James is also in this. He is her husband, he is her partner, and they were in this together. They were signing those forms and those things to bring this boy over from China together. They decided to send him away together. They did all of this together, and they should both go down for this like horrible thing that they did. So anyway, James uploads a video today, and I went over to watch snippets of the video. I just wanted to see what was going on there. And firstly, I saw on Twitter, because there were screenshots on Twitter of the comments in his video, and he is 1000% deleting comments, number one. Number two, he is deleting comments, he's moderating comments, and he's responding to the very positive comments. And I want to tell you about this disgusting thing that he did in his video. So in his video, obviously in the beginning, apparently like on the Stauffer Garage page, YouTube channel, whatever, they do this thing where they give away like all the money that they find in the car while in the car, whatever, to the people who like support them and buy their stuff. So this time around he said, no, for each and every one of you guys who buys my products, like these brushes, these car detailing brushes that he's selling, he said, for each and every one of you who's gonna buy these detailing brushes, I'm gonna slip in $100 for 5 lucky people that are gonna buy these brushes from him. So he's gonna slip in $100 for 5 people. And how much does that amount to? $500. The same $500 that they wouldn't invest in giving their son better speech therapy or whatever therapy that was. Like, do you see how callous and how yucky these people are? He just came back like nothing happened. And I really want to point out what he wrote on his community tab when he was talking about, oh, I hope everybody is spending quality time with their families, blah blah blah. Do you know how horrible that sounds, especially coming from someone who literally gave away his child, and you're telling people to be enjoying family time and everything? And this kind of reminds me of that vlog when he was talking and he was saying, hey, they have to put the boy to bed. He has to go to bed early so that they can give attention to their other kids and sort of like sit in bed and have quality time. And if you think about that, you just think to yourself, wow, these people are grade A assholes. So they every day were putting the boy to bed super early so that they could have quality uninterrupted time with their quote-unquote normal kids. Like, if I was never disgusted before by these people, I am 10,000% disgusted by them now. So the brushes that James Stauffer is selling on his channel are from a company called Lily Brushes. So over the past few days, because people have been trying to get all types of sponsorships, all types of things removed from James Stauffer or from Myka Stauffer, so people ended up digging, and they found out that this company, that's where they're getting these brushes. So everybody like sort of reached out to the company and said, hey, why are you supporting these people? These people are scumbags. The company responded and said, please note that James Stauffer was a customer of ours, never a sponsored partner. He is currently selling inventory from an order placed prior to any knowledge of the boy's plight. The Stauffer family and all associated accounts and businesses have been cut off from Lily Brush in all capacities for the future. We hope and pray that the boy is now in a loving home, and yes, we are just as angry and upset about this as you are. So we know that the company is not sponsoring them. We know that they just purchased the stuff, the merchandise prior to this, and were selling the merchandise. And there is a rumor, I cannot 1000% confirm this, that the company tried to buy back the inventory from James, and James did not want to sell it back to them. So that just makes him extra scummy. And another thing I wanted to speak about is the fact that it has come out that James Stauffer registered his company the same day or in that same week when they made their video about the whereabouts of their boy. So by the time that they made that video, he had already registered his company, sort of like to safeguard his channel, because even if you take the channel down, whatever, it's fine, they still have the company, so that really cannot be touched beyond us just leaving negative reviews and stuff like that. And also now that he's also on TikTok and he's making all of this stuff on TikTok, I'm personally not on TikTok, so obviously he's gonna reach a wider market. And the fact that they're still making money off of the legacy of this boy really pisses me off, because their channel started really exploding because of their adoption process, because of the boy and all of the viewership that was coming from that. So that helped propel their other channels on the side and everything else. I feel like these people shouldn't be on YouTube. People shouldn't be giving them a platform. I saw positive comments on his YouTube video, and I was quite frankly very disgusted. I mean, there was a lot of people that were saying, oh, I'm so glad you're back, blah blah, we've missed you, like we've missed these videos, and they're talking about all this car stuff, and you have to wonder, do these people know, for one? Do they even care? How are you as a person, as a human being, willing to keep watching and supporting a channel where people literally abandoned their child? Like, how does that happen? Like, I genuinely think that they thought deleting that video and deleting all of his pictures from their Instagram and deleting every inch of him is just gonna get rid of everything and they're gonna be magically fine, and they're not. And we cannot allow them to come back on this YouTube space and continue to make money and continue to thrive while they messed up a little boy's life. And me criticizing them does not stem from the fact that I didn't want them to give him away. It stems from the fact that they should have never even bought him over from China in the first place. Do you know how much trauma the child has right now? Do you know how much the child is dealing with because of these people, because of these issues that they've given him? Like, he was crying, for goodness sake, and she wouldn't give him something to eat. Instead, she punished him by making him sit on the steps. Like, do you know how ridiculous this is and how it sounds? Like, I am so disgusted by these people. Anyway, to talk about is the fact that Myka has an incredibly huge internet footprint, because I was digging through the internet about Myka and James Stauffer, and I found a whole bunch of like Pinterest stuff that she uploaded. It's like thumbnails and stuff like that, and they're so horrible, and I'm like, why do these people exist? Like, why are you like this? Anyway guys, I feel like there's more to the story. I feel like they're slowly gonna come back to YouTube. I feel like Myka might come back to YouTube in the next weeks and pretend that nothing happened. Well, obviously something happened, and I feel like we as consumers, we and our pockets and our money can no longer participate in this, because I see Myka hasn't lost a ton of subscribers, only like 17,000, and I feel like this is the time that people need to unsubscribe. This is the time people need to stop watching. This is the time people need to let this go, because these people cannot continue to live off the back of that little boy, because that's the only way that they became decent YouTubers, is because of him, and I hate that. But anyway guys, there might be another video after this depending on whether or not Myka comes back to YouTube. I honestly hope she does not. I hope she deletes all her channels and they stay off of YouTube, and that Stauffer Garage also loses views and subscribers, but I don't foresee that happening for a while. So that's that on that. Anyway, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and give this video a thumbs up, and we will see each other in my next video. Bye.